Hey everybody, welcome to motherfucking Air Combat, baby! It's my marathon! Yippee!
I'm
This is the first
excited.
part of Air Combat, also known as Ace Combat 1 in my heart.
Oh, I was gonna ask. I was like, I thought this was Ace Combat.
So change
Yes,
names.
so
It's
yeah,
called
so
Ace Combat in Japan.
Are we
Yeah.
dead naming a video game?
So the story here, since it doesn't really matter, is there's a government in this place called Usea.
There's a government.
Yeah, they get
God
taken
damn it.
over by a coup d'etat, and you're a bunch of mercenaries, and they hire you to take back the government, and so you do throughout the course of the game.
I like
Anyway,
how it's not
cool.
the cream of the crop. They're just the cream.
Yep.
A counter coup d'etat. Is it a coup d'etat if you take over the? Is it a counter coup d'etat if you take over the coup d'etat?
You're not taking them over, you're just killing them.
I
You're
mean,
just ending it. It
Yeah.
depends. Are you going to reinstate the old government or instate your new government?
We're reinstating
Because
the
if
old
it's
government.
if you're instating your new government, then it's just a coup d'état.
Carl,
No,
it's
we're
not too
reinstating
late.
the old,
Stop the
If
coup
you're-
now.
Coup.
a coup d'etat.
But yeah, so throughout this, you're gonna see me remembering that this game is not great, and that the controls are weird because I have played all the PS2 titles my entire life, and I've only played the PS1 games a handful of times, so you'll see me go back and forth between menus as I'm confused as to why things are the way they are. Now, in this game, there are things that you go in called planes, and you use them to shoot at other planes and helicopters and ground things and ocean boats. So, it's a cool game. Now, the map works here is, see all those red dots on the map? Great,
I
those
see.
are missions. Now, there are missions 1 through 19, right? But you don't have to do them like mission 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, et cetera, et cetera, et
Reverse
cetera.
Australia.
Yes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's like you can go 1 to 1, 1 to 3, 1 to 5, 5 to 6, 5 to 8, 5 to 7, et cetera, et cetera. I go along the linear path because I'm a baby. Anyway, this is the first mission. I don't care what its name is. It is the staple of every following Ace Combat game, which is there are bombers, there are fighter escorts, destroy the bombers. And yeah, that's like in every game after this.
If I may interject a bit, well, I guess,
Yes.
yeah, if I may interject a bit, yeah! All right, now,
You've already.
so,
Camo plane.
if I may speak up a bit, this is our, firstly, Smash Time Games is 12 years old, and this is Gabe's first commentary.
It's almost a teenager.
It's almost.
It can have a bar mitzvah next year.
The
No,
other
we-
thing I want to say is, we didn't really get to show this off at the, we didn't really get to show this off at the beginning of Season 6, like, right away, because, Sonic Superstars and Amore are games that are specifically made for HD hardware. But, I'm doing something different starting with this game, where, instead of having the borders, I'm actually, exporting this in 4x3. And also, I'm introducing the CRT filter from my upscaler, which does not look quite as good as it does directly off of my TV, but I still think it looks nice.
Yeah, I wonder
Yeah.
how this would look without it, because I kind of like how it makes the fade into the sky.
Alright, so, as you saw earlier, it gives you a choice to choose a plane before you sortie. Now, boom, here we go. Here's what you got on the screen. This is called your HUD, heads-up display. On the right, you have your motherfucking up-down feet relative to the ground. And
Feet?
on your left, yeah, feet. And on your left, you have your miles per hour. Now,
Okay.
because this game is on the PS1, it uses the D-pad. Now, on missions like this, it's like not too bad because it's on a pretty linear plane and and you go shoot down planes with your missiles, and it's cool and it's great. I'm in the F-14 in this mission because it's better than the F-4.
But you can go
Yippee.
supersonic speed.
Yes, you can. Each plane also has 5 stats. It's got power, stability, mobility, defense, and offense. Power is your speed. Offense is how hard your missiles and guns. Missiles you can take. Stability is your left to right movement, and mobility is your up and down movement. As you'll see many times, this happens where I get fucking lost. Now, it's not to say that
Stalling.
I am stalling. Stalling is what happens when you are going too slow for the plane to maintain its current heading, and so you plummet. Now,
Oh wow.
in later games, stalling is a effective strategy when engaging in dogfights. However, in this game, it mostly happens because I have no clue where the fuck I am, and I'm trying to slow down in a panic, and then I stall out.
Oh.
But, on the bottom of the screen, you've got your missile count and your gun count. You also have your damage, which is the white plane, the plane. Top left there, you got your fuel. If you run out of fuel, good game, mission's over. On the bottom left, you have your radar. As you can see, it says short there. That is because the plane in front of me is pretty much right there. When you saw me make it go big, that is because that is in the long range mode.
Mega Q.
Yes, Mega Q mode. And the red dots, obviously, are the big bads.
The radar is just big enough and in just the right spot that I keep expecting, like, fucking Slippy Toad to appear in it and go, "Fox, get this guy off me!"
There's also the fucking... Okay, so... I eventually learned to stop, but old habits necessitate that while I am at a okay range, I am firing the gun. Now... Missiles are your primary avenue to take out targets in this game. However, the reason I keep firing the gun is because in this game and in Ace Combat 2, good job, Mr. Accomplished, easy peasy. In this game and in Ace Combat 2,
Good job, Mr. Accomplished.
in this game and Ace Combat 2, the gun only hits when the gun reticle comes up. Now, this is actually true to form in planes nowadays when you were in a fighter craft. The gun reticle will come up on your HUD to show that you are in gun range and your bullets will hit. Now, that's not the case for Ace Combat after the first two games, where if you have an approximate drop-off range of your gun, you can take pot shots without having the reticle there. Now that I've explained the super fundamentals of the series that will go on forever and some things will change, we're going to be watching me shoot down many things a lot for a long time. This game looks not great.
It's one of the
Worse.
earliest. It's one of the earliest PS1 games, so
Yeah, what year did it come out?
95.
Wow,
That's-
that's when I came out.
Wow.
That's
Is this a carry marathon, actually? A marathon?
Marathon!
Carrie, the way you phrase that isn't wrong, but I also hate it.
You too. I
Carrie,
hated
you
it as
came out
soon as
good for
I
you,
started saying it.
Yeah. So that little hangar section, since there are no planes I want to buy, I'm not going to buy
What
any.
you mean, a banger?
Yeah. Real. Yeah, you can obviously buy more planes in this game. You only have slots for 10, so it's good to, like, you know, pick which ones you want, even though there are, like, 6 just good planes and the rest are fucking ass. But, you know, that's fine. It's okay. Another thing I forgot to mention about the radar is enemies will only show up dependent on your range relative to them. So it's not a problem now, but in a couple missions, there's a mission where you have to, like, manually follow a pipeline to a target base as opposed to just knowing where it is on the radar. That may seem cool, it's not. And they drop it after this game.
That's hilarious. That reminds me of the fucking tracking mechanics in Monster Hunter. Where it's like, it sounds like a really cool idea, but like, man, it's not, it's kind of annoying,
I
actually.
wasn't expecting
man, I miss
you to be
paintballs,
the
bro.
one who brought up Monster Hunter.
Look, man,
fair.
I'm just saying I miss paintballs, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, Gabe,
No, I've been playing World.
what if
I know your world is with scout flies and tracks
What if-
and shit. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
what if this was actually Monster Hunter?
Then we wouldn't be shooting planes. It'd be shooting like wyverns.
What if you were shooting
Anyway, here's
wyverns
me.
in a plane?
Here's me looking at the F4, being like, "Ha, there it is," and then me being like, "All right, let's just choose the objectively better starting plane."
Why would they give you two choices at the very beginning and have one just be obviously better than the other?
I don't know.
Hard mode.
You know, yeah. Well, we'll get to how planes work a little bit more too later, but
I'm
yeah.
guessing that symbol on the loading screen is probably what I should be using on the episode title cards for this, because it looks like what would be like, I guess, like the Smash Bros symbol.
Mhm.
Yeah, it looks like it would be recognizable for the series.
What would you actually call that the series symbol there?
That is not the series symbol. That is this game's symbol.
What the fuck are you doing?
Exactly. So,
Twisting.
see, this is where this shit happens. Where because everything just blends, and I'm still not used to the PS1 controller, a lot of this happens where I get lost, and I see the things going on the right for that I'm going too high, and I try and force my nose down, but the HUD flips because it thinks I'm stalling out. It's not great. The tracking gets better after 3.
It's probably all the more painful because you were very much using a DualShock controller, but since this game came out, predates the DualShock, those analog sticks just do nothing.
Yeah, no, it's not great. See, look,
flying
there's me
flying a plane
desperately.
with a D-pad sounds.
It's
very,
not.
Yeah.
It is not good because in airplanes you control your pitch, your yaw, and your roll, which are 3 different types of things. The D-pad only goes in 4 directions.
For all intents and purposes, the analog stick wouldn't be a staple until a year later when Sega and Nintendo both had their analog controllers out around the same time, like about a week. Like, okay, let me phrase it like this, okay? With analog controls, the very first main one was the N64 controller, released in June of 1996.
Yeah.
1 week later, the Saturn got its analog controller bundled with Nights into Dreams.
Mm-hmm. So the sticks.
PlayStation took like another year before the DualShock came out, though.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were doing, bro.
Listen,
you know what? I'm not a controller designer,
listen.
so I would know.
If you look at the PS1 controller, though, particularly the DualShock, you can really see where they came from with the design and the origins of the console. Because it's basically an SNES controller with tits and thighs.
Hell yeah.
That is true. No, you are right. Carrie, look up boobs.
Google search boobs.
Let me drop the comparison real quick.
Google Bing porn.
I am actually using DuckDuckGo, but
yeah, I also should specify too that there's a money system in this game. For every mission you complete, you get money. Everything you shoot down or blow up gives you more money. That is why sometimes, and as you see often early stages of this game, I will try and go after everything, because later in the game, it's not really worth it, because you get sneezed at and you die. Excuse me.
Anyway, Carrie, I'm dropping a comparison in Gen Chat.
Okay, I'm gonna look.
We're almost finished with the mission here. I just gotta shoot on this last fucking transport plane.
So,
Sneaky.
the attractive curvy female one is the one on the right?
Yes.
I see.
Like I said, it's the
Prime
exact same
breeding
controller
material.
with tits and thighs.
Yes. Yeah.
In other words, a nightmare.
No, that's an apt comparison.
What's the matter, Gino? Do you not find big thighs attractive?
I mean, who does?
Gino! Well, I guess everyone has their own... You are so full of Spanish! No, I love how it cuts away from the end screen.
Sometimes the perfect cutting out just really cinches the humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to probably just explain one more tidbit here. The is for the squadron you're playing as. Well, squadron. It's more like just the pilot you're playing as. Here it is, the F-18. I fucking back out of the menu because button orientation's fucking with me.
I thought what you said was funny, Carrie.
Thanks.
I didn't hear what you said.
You said tidbit and she said titbit.
Under my breath. So
I was actually
really...
thinking of saying that.
You know what? I was thinking of saying that too, but Carrie was first on the draw there.
Carrie was the bravest.
No, this is you guys. I was thinking of saying it, but I just thought it was too dumb. Carrie said it.
No, I just wasn't brave enough.
You weren't brave enough? That's okay, I don't think my mom watches these.
Mother watcher.
Didn't your mom watch Hamtaro, though?
She did.
The most vulgar commentary we've done.
Our hands down most vulgar commentary we've done.
Vulgar.
The
Volga River. Right. So, you in this game you play as a guy. His name is
Guy.
Yeah, his name is Guy. His name is
I forget.
Scarface. He is a part of the Phoenix Squadron. That won't really matter too much until Ace Combat 2. But regardless, that is the guy you play as. Just a, jabroni. Well, not a jabroni. You do a lot in this game, pretty much single-handedly. So you're kind of a big deal. But
it's just like a Warriors game.
Yeah, exactly. You just beat everybody up, and everyone's like, wow, you're so cool.
And you have this entire army, and they do jack shit.
Yeah, I say, yes, give me money. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. That's fine. Alright, this mission, you'll hear me, bitch and moan about a lot of these missions, just because, I'll save it for final thoughts, but, a lot of the missions in this game are...
You know what I won't? You know what I won't say for final thoughts? These graphics have aged horribly.
Yeah.
Normally I do not let the graphics of older games distract me, but I have to make an exception here.
I think what's really bothering me about the graphics is the lack of textural variation, so I could see it would be really easy to get disoriented about where you are.
It's like...
I am disoriented, already.
It's like...
Already, so this sure isn't helping.
It's like the benchmark. It's like the benchmark for this game was be in 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, 1995, understandable. But, there are games that came out before this that are in 3D that look better than this. Oh, I guess most of them don't have as big of arenas as this.
Name 30.
Stop.
Because, I think the big reason why the graphics are so limited here is because the arena's a bit spacious.
Yeah. Which you need a spacious arena for plane.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
you go very fast, very far, very quickly.
Something like Tekken, which was also made by Namco in the same year, will look a lot better than this because it's just because they need to render a lot less.
Yeah. Fucking tiny in comparison.
Yeah, that's why a lot of the missions just kind of delve into me just doing what I'm doing now, where I just repeatedly tap the expanding the radar button just so I can kind of get my bearings.
What does the original arcade version of this game look like?
Probably better. I don't actually know because I've never seen any gameplay or footage of it. There's me getting lost again, spiraling, being like, all right, well, let's go down. Nope, because it corrected me back up, so my HUD is now this, and I'm fucking... Ugh. Right. So, okay. This mission is the first mission that introduces another kind of concept that'll stick around for majority of the games. It is...
Oh shit, the arcade game is actually called Air Combat in both the US and Japan.
Oh, no way.
This introduces the concept of go fly into enemy airspace and blow up all the planes. Now, also, I want to point out that plane that I'm shooting at with the big disc on the back is called a AWACS plane. They're in every military in the world. It stands for Air Warning and Control System. We're sitting at about, as you can see on the right, 2,500 feet.
Is that not 35?
It might be. I'm not actually sure. It's
35.
hard to see.
3,500
feet.
Sure, fine.
AWACS planes have a service ceiling of about 100... probably a little more. 150 to 160,000.
Sorry, I'm looking at images.
So he's flying really low for no reason.
I'm looking at images right now, but this arcade cabinet is fucking styling. Let me send it.
I'm telling you, man, Namco knows, bro.
Look at that shit.
Colors
Wait,
like
is the cabin pressurized? Is there cabin pressurized in there?
Oh yeah, no.
Fucking arcade cabinet?
Not only that, but also because of all the electronic warfare equipment in an AWACS plane, you also have 100 times chance of getting cancer.
Oh,
and I also show off that you can go third person in this game. It doesn't really help in a lot of these missions, but in some of the Canyon Run missions it does.
Have you ever, this is gonna be a really specific question. Have you ever stalled a plane?
I've never flown a plane, so
Likewise.
I can't have stalled a one.
That's fair. I went to a glider club,
Mm.
and the nice, pretty racist Vietnam veteran let me take control of the glider for a little bit,
Nice.
just fly it around, see what it's like. I immediately stalled the plane.
mean, you just touched it and it stalled.
I swear to fucking God, I thought I was about to die. Like, immediately.
Yeah, because when you stall, you lose all power in the plane.
Yeah, and you fucking drop. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
you plummet.
because it was a glider plane and we weren't going that fast, whatever, like, we dropped, like, a little bit. It wasn't a lot. And it was one of those stalls that, like, a normal human reaction, like a reflex, will correct the stall.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I thought I was just about to fucking die.
It must have been so scary.
It was very fucking scary. And the guy was like, yep, and that's why you don't go up too fast. And I was like, I will never, ever do that again. Lesson learned really quickly.
Lesson learned, 2 feet on the ground.
Yeah.
At all times.
Yes.
All right.
No walk,
well,
which means no
fucking-
walking. You have to shuffle.
Next time on Smash Team Games, we splash some more bogeys. There's some Air Force terminology for you.
Oh man, I am
Ew.
getting so educated.